Hey guys, welcome back to the Project Bodybuilding Podcast here with a widely requested guest, a recurring
Yes.
guest, AJ Kelly Robert. AJ, the CEO. How are you doing today?
I just got my 7 hours of hair done for my trip to Spain as I'm going. So it was 7 hours in the hair salon, like Beyonce.
Naturally, naturally, it's and you're from Jamaica, right?
Jamaica and Norway, a combination.
That's why you just look so good, you know?
That's half of it. And the other part is I don't eat any carbs.
At all, ever.
I'm just trolling. I'm on a
Mm,
diet now, so it's hardcore. It's less than 280 grams carbs a day, and I'm 6'6" tall. It's a
yeah.
struggle.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
do you weigh right now?
290 pounds only.
Yeah, yeah, I'd expect something like that. But
So it's just
you did say you're going to Spain, so I guess this is I'll pull it up here, but AJ Kelly Robert and Giles Thomas and
yeah, we're
his
going.
you guys are all doing the commentary for the Empro Classic.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I I haven't seen a better lineup of commentators than this, and that's
Oh,
I fully believe that. I can listen to you and Giles, and I have before I started doing this channel. And I know Lauren's very good at doing this as well. So I'm
yes.
very excited for this. It's definitely going to be worth it to listen.
We're gonna keep the energy up, and we're gonna be also. I'm gonna scout the arena for wellness girls when they're gonna do some commentary for the wellness. And we got Lauren for the bikini, and we're gonna have some pros for the 212. We're gonna mix it up, so we're gonna keep it exciting. So for people who is interested in bodybuilding, I suggest you pay the 19. How much is this stream? $19.
Yeah, yep, 20 bucks or something like that.
Yeah. Not like the Toronto where you have to pay 120
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
weekend.
Absolutely. I don't know if I'll be able to listen to most of the commentary because I stream the show and I'm definitely planning on streaming this one. But if just as a fan, I'd absolutely listen to this one. Usually, you turn it off and just kind of watch it, admittedly,
Yeah.
but I'm absolutely thrilled that you guys are gonna do the commentary on this
And
one.
also, people, if you guys want to watch my Instagram story, do you watch my Instagram stories?
During every show.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed with behind the scenes extravaganza.
All right. All right. I can't wait. This show is one I've been excited for a while, and that's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to keep it to the open today, keep this one kind of quick. But yeah, this is the Impro Classic, the second or third one. And what a lineup this is. Like
Oof.
I've not seen, like I said, I've been the most excited for this show.
Mm.
So let's go through these guys. You can probably give us the lowdown on a little bit of them. We'll pick out a couple of
Yeah.
guys I want to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up and maybe do some loose predictions. All right.
Yeah.
So William Bonac is the first guy on the list. He is making his return. Now, he has not stepped on stage since 2023, and he placed almost last at the Arnold. I think he was 2 spots away from last, if I'm not mistaken, out of 10 or so guys. And we'll talk about him more for sure. But I'm a Bonac lover, AJ. If you don't know, AJ Bonac is one of my favorite physiques from the past 10 years or so.
What's so impressive for people who are a little bit who remember William Bona came in, guys, as like a street guy from the Amps from the Netherlands that was like against all odds. He's been shot. He was a dad. He was like from the streets. And then he climbed. And back in them days, there weren't that many short guys doing anything. Uh, so he came in as a 212 guy. Obviously, he didn't get as much respect as a 212 guy because in them days, 212 wasn't really that respected as it is now.
Mhm.
And then he grew, and then he grew, and then he grew, and then he challenged the big guys. And boom, all of a sudden, he started battling the great legend Brandon Curry,
Yep,
and he was a star in the open. And he has a lot of dense muscle. And we're going to talk about him more later, probably.
absolutely. And then we have Cuba. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Celine, if I'm
So
not
that's
mistaken.
Cuba Sealand. That's from the
Celine.
United Kingdom. He's a very famous prep coach in the
Yes.
UK. He has a lot of success with prepping. His wife just now won 2 pro shows in the figure class.
Hmm.
But Cuba hasn't had the same success himself as an athlete. He's been doing 212. He's been doing classic. He's been doing open. Last show at the Arnold Classic, he did great progress in his condition. Arnold Classic UK, that
Hmm.
is. And let's see if he can make an impact now. He's very popular in the UK, but we haven't seen the success on stage.
Yes. And then
So
we
let's
have
see.
I see him on my Instagram all the time giving out tips. I can definitely see why he's a great coach. Moving on, we have Stanimir Itov. Do you know about this guy?
Oh, so he's from the dirty federation called Elite. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah. So he changed federations. He won his pro card last year, and bro, huge freak. Have you seen how he looks? He's like a superstar villain, you know, like he looks like the guy you would have in like in Blade. He's tall, 6 feet, 270 pounds, crazy aesthetics. But this is his pro debut. He was elite the pro. That's not the same. We've seen great jumps from krizo, who was elite the pro, success right away. We saw Andrew Jacked. Let's see if he can do the same. We'll see.
All right. And then a name maybe not too many newer guys will be familiar with, but Sasan Hirati. This guy kind of, when is the last time he competed? Late 2010s, something like that. But
That was late 2017. Yeah.
Yep, and he is looking great now, and he looked good back then. What do you know about Sasan?
So he's like what do you call it? Like enigma is how you say it in American.
Yes,
Enigma.
yep.
Yeah. Like you don't know what he's gonna do. He competed 2017 with Sergio, crazy muscle bellies. That look would probably better now than then because he's shorter, and back then it was a little bit harder to get good placings if you were shorter. Now it doesn't really matter. Him, very dense, good quality. And from the UK, because I lived in the UK a lot, everyone told me, AJ, have you heard about Sasan? Have you heard about Sasan? I said, no, bro. I've seen him back in the day, but I haven't really seen him. But now, do you see the pictures, bro?
I do, and this is one of the guys I want to talk about for sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about him, yeah.
And then Anthony Jewell. Not familiar with this guy. How about you?
I saw him turn pro at Sweden Pro Qualifier 2022.
Okay.
He's huge. He's a monster. How old are you?
I'm 21.
He's okay, so you're young. He's 26 only, and he's 270 pounds.
Yeah.
I think around at only 26. Mass monster. This is pro debut. And for people, if they've seen, he did guest post. Did anyone see the guest posting he did with James Hollingshead in April?
No, I don't recall that one.
Okay, he did it. He's very wide, and let's see.
Okay, and then Paul Kowalski.
No, I don't know him.
Okay, and then we all know Mikhail Krizonek. Yeah, this is Michael Krizo. This guy's insane. Maybe the favorite to win the show. I think going in, since he won last year, he technically is the favorite, but we have some good names on this list going forward. So, what else can you say? You know, absolutely freak. 7th at the Olympia last year.
And 6 feet tall, 270 pounds, tiny midsection, arms better than Walker. I repeat, arms better than Walker.
I agree.
Crazy. Only downside is what? What do you think?
Thicker waist.
He has no glutes.
Oh, yes. The infamous no ass. Yeah. Yep.
Glutes are they're shredded, but they have no thickness.
Yes. Yeah. I completely agree with that, but I think he doesn't like when people make fun of his glutes. He thinks but so we'll talk about more about that later. And then we have Pablo Lopez Munoz, if I'm
did you see him now at what was it?
Cali.
What do you think?
Needs a little more thickness from the backside, but what did he place there? 5th?
4th or 5th?
Something like that, but he was like in the middle, close to the middle during the call outs. So a lot of people thought he may have placed higher, but overall very good aesthetics. Yeah, just needs a little thickening up from the backside. What would you say?
So from the front, he's a Mr. Olympia type of 10 level guy. From the back, he's not.
Yep.
So we need to fix the backside to improve the front, and he's only 25, 26. And let me tell you, for people when they're watching bodybuilding around the world, in Spain, they are going crazy. Have you seen the young guys, how big and freaky he's 24 or 25 or Have you seen what's going on in Spain with the size? And it's insane.
Absolutely. They just keep pumping, and they're all very young too, all in the
Very young.
very early 20s.
Hmm.
And then we have Mortiza, very long last name. Are you familiar with
You
this
should
guy?
know him as an American.
You're putting me on the spot. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm not familiar with him.
No, me either.
All right. Reese McDonald, you know
A
him from.
new guy from the UK. He
Mhm.
just turned pro. Very interesting talent, and I'm excited to see him for his pro debut. I don't know that much about him. I see some pictures, but I'm going to be interesting to see him down in Spain to see what he can do.
And then we have Justin Usiol,
Oof.
German guy. You know him.
Freak. Haven't you seen him just turn pro? He's the new freak from Germany. He's like shredded glutes, very handsome guy, great condition. He's only 25. Freak.
Crazy.
Very. Hey, why are the guys? You are now becoming a historian in yourself, correct? You're learning every day. Why do you think the kids get so good quality so fast these days?
They get a jump start on the knowledge on everything.
Mm.
They don't
Yeah.
have to do the trial and error period. They pick up very young and they don't make that many mistakes because some of them do pick up coaches and there's so much information out there that wasn't available back in the day.
I'm so happy you didn't say the drugs because that's correct. Because everyone was using drugs before, they're using drugs now, they will be
Mhm.
using drugs in the future, but it's the knowledge. It's
Yes.
so many. You don't have to just learn in the Flex magazine and go as you go. Here
Mhm.
you have everyone telling you what to do. And then the food the guys are eating. Before the guys weren't eating perfect. Now,
Yep.
bro, you go to a party with a Tupperware now, bro.
Exactly. They're on their game and they know what to do, and that's it. That's it basically. And then we have Pascal Schlegel. Um,
Another pro debut, very freaky, round, not the size of the other guys, but
mhm.
very aesthetically pleasing.
And then Beirut Tabani. If
Oof.
it's not Krizo to be the favorite, it's this guy for sure. You don't really see him at the Olympia level because he has visa issues all the time. But this guy, I'll say it, top 6 Olympia potential already.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yep. Dan Thomas.
Not familiar. That sounds very American, don't it?
That's what I thought. And then Samir Trudy. Are you familiar
So
with
he's a
Samir?
Swedish. He's not from United. Well, his origin is he trained in the same gym as me in Norway
Uh-huh.
before. Samir Trudy. He used to be a 212, like a really good title. He went to the Arnold Classic when they had it. Do you remember? Like 2017, 16. He
Hmm.
was a top 2 at the Arnold Classic or top 3, but he hasn't been nailing it since. This condition, he's good, but he can't peak for some. I don't know what happened, but he's very round, very aesthetically pleasing. And now he's making his open debut. And there he can just come in at whatever weight he feels he looks the best at. And hopefully that will result into magic.
All right. So that is the full lineup, and I picked out 5
Okay.
names I want to look at.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this your top 5?
Tentatively, these are the guys that have shook things up the most recently. So these are very good picks for a predictable top 5 in any order, really.
Okay.
All right. So first, I want to start with. Let's go ahead and start with Pablo, like we were talking about. Just did the what was it? The Cali Pro. Um,
So you have him in the top 5.
I have him very close, if
Yeah.
not. I think, like you said, very terrific from the front. Absolutely great shape from the front. Great quads, great lines, but it's just the back that hurts him.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if see there's a here's him at the
Look at
Cali.
that. Look at that shot. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
The waist and the feel heat 3D pop.
Yeah, and then you can
You
see the
see
back
there, you
here.
see the width and the thickness. It's
Hmm.
it's not the same.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the
So
glutes are not as, what can I say? They're in shape, but you don't see that Hardy Derek Lunsford type of bricks there.
yeah, it's not they don't have the neatness of the striations. Yeah, he's definitely in condition, but he just
Yeah,
doesn't
of
have.
course, yeah.
Yeah, very good lines on this guy. Very impressed, and like you said, very good size for being whatever he is, 25,
Yeah.
something like that.
Crazy.
Um, so I think he can do very well here. Um,
Mm.
top 5, I would say would be a very big victory for him. What do you think?
I think it would be a good victory, and he's a possibility. Agreed to do it, but it's not a guarantee at all.
Gotcha. Okay. And then another guy, you're gonna have to fill me in more on this guy, Sasan, because he's
So
before my time.
we can go to the right there, the newest there. So what do you see?
I see, like you were alluding to earlier, the muscle bellies, the delts are capped, the arms are thick, the quads, even for an older guy, they're still there. And
Yeah.
and this is from a down angle, so they look great, peeled, full. He has the sweeps, he has everything. I was really impressed with this guy, to be honest.
He is in my top 5 based on what I see in this picture.
Yeah.
It's just so hard. Remember, he lost to Sergio in what? How many years is it now? 7 years ago.
Yes.
And Sergio lately has not been able to be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
He's but when you look at this, it's hard not to have him even. So have you heard some people have him eat him being a challenge for Bonac?
I can understand where that is coming from.
Yes, me
I can
too.
understand that. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but this guy, they're similar, you know. They're both shorter guys, if I'm not mistaken, and they may not be like the biggest on the scale, but with the roundness, they'll look just as big as most of these other guys.
But as you know, it's so hard judging guys based off Instagram when you haven't seen them on stage in 7 years, huh? Because when you see Regan Grimes, you think he's won 7 Olympias already on Instagram, huh?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But it doesn't always relate to stage. The back, is it as wide as a Bonac?
No, definitely not. And
No.
Bonac was already fairly narrow in the rear double
Is
because
he
he's a
thick?
narrower guy.
Is he as thick as Bonac in the back?
I would have to see it on stage. I think this conditioning could match someone like Bonac, and Bonac is like pretty consistent when he's on, at least. When he was hitting the pavement, he was on for sure. But I'm really impressed with Sasan's conditioning here. Like these glutes peeled, the lower back, jagged detail. I'm very impressed with the conditioning. For the actual back thickness, I'm not too sure.
So the UK guys that have seen him up close, obviously, when UK guys are always going to be biased towards UK guys,
Yeah.
but they inform me he is looking insane and that I should predict a top 3. They tell me, and based on this video, it's a possibility, isn't it?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with this guy. Like I said, he's before I really started watching bodybuilding, but
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. Like these, like you said, these pictures, the most musculars in the kitchen, they sold me on them. I do have them in the top 5 regardless.
Before
Top 3.
bodybuilding, you were watching Men's Physique, yeah? You're one of them guys.
No, I've never watched Men's Physique.
And that was that guy called Ziz, and was it, what was his name?
Ziz, yeah.
Yeah, that's your type of style,
no,
huh?
no. The only influencer I've ever watched was Callum Von Moger.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
Such
fan
a
of Callum.
shame that what happened to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he could have everything, you know, with the fame, the movies, and but anyway, he was more popular than Bumstead, remember?
Yes, he was. Absolutely. Okay. And
Okay, so
then,
that was 3. That was 3 guys, yeah, in the top 3, yeah.
yes. And then we're going to talk about my favorite. I don't know if I could say he's my favorite guy in the lineup. Definitely one of my favorites.
Is he your favorite to win?
No. As much as I love Bonac, he's not.
Why?
So, looking at this update specifically, I can say that I would say he looks smaller than normal. With that, the waist looks better than I would say it's ever looked, surprisingly, which you wouldn't expect when you get older. But Bonac already being a shorter guy and him not maybe being as full, I don't have. He's also 42. He is 42. Take that with as you will, but he's an older guy. I don't have him as my favorite for those reasons.
No, we can go what we saw last time, and his package we saw in 2023 obviously was no near Krizo.
Yeah.
His waist was a little bit wider and his legs were down, but now we are seeing his waist, as you were saying, it appears smaller, correct?
I would say so, definitely.
He switched up Chad Nichols, you know, the guy who prepped Ronnie Coleman? he has not had a lot of success with his new guys. Bonac left him and Rami left him. So
Hassan
he
too.
Hassan left him. That didn't go too well for Hassan now though in
Well, yeah,
Vancouver though.
yeah.
Bonac is now with the guy who is very on the rise, as we say, Boss
Mhm.
Outlaw.
Yes.
Stefan for people, but he has a different approach. He's very health concerned, Stefan, as a coach, and maybe they're focusing on getting the midsection in. It does look like it,
I would say so.
but does that mean sacrificing some size?
Maybe a little. It's just Bonac, the Bonac I'm used to, the Bonac I like. Like the one that impressed me the most was the 2017 Mr. Olympia, where it wasn't his highest placing, but that was freaky. The level of fullness was absolutely insane.
Dense
And
and freaky, and yeah.
I don't know if he has that now. And this is during prep. He's obviously flatter, but I don't know how much on show day he can fill up and get back to that old Bonac. I don't even know if it's possible.
No, he has the highest quality muscle fibers of the whole lineup.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
So if he comes back rejuvenated, it would be a miracle, wouldn't it?
If he came back close to what he
Winning,
was,
beating Krizo and
yes,
Barrels,
yes,
bruh.
yes.
Yeah,
I,
we'll see.
if he came back even like 2022 Arnold, maybe a little bit better, maybe like one of the other times that he won the Arnold, I think that could win here. I absolutely think it could.
Only thing you will know when you get a little bit older, my son. When you get a little bit older, you're thinking about the future and you're thinking money. He's just started his own supplement brand. I also
Yes.
have, by the way. But when you start your own supplement brand, as he has the last, I think, year, isn't it? A year or 2 years?
Yeah, and yes, and clothing.
So when you start your own supplement brand with your own name and you've been away and then you really want to make the money and selling product and he's probably heavily involved in it and he was supposed to come back before but he pushed it further and further away. Like, does it mean that he's 100% in on this when you have so much other things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And that's why he kind of, he stepped away and then immediately went into business because he maybe saw the writing on the wall. And now he's very invested in those things. So like you said, it could be a conflict of interest here. But I think he has the potential to win the show. Do you think that's in the cards?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk about Beirut, but I'm not going to go to his story. I'm going to go to yours because you posted a video of Beirut.
Bro, you gotta pack. There's so many people celebrating that my
yeah, me
comeback
included.
there. Hey, by the way, you like muscle girls, by the way.
What kind of question is that?
You like muscle girls. You like girls with muscle.
Sure, as much as the next guy.
That doesn't mean much because some of you don't like females with muscle. That's the best thing in the world, bro.
Is it?
Yes. But let's go to Barrels. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, okay. So this is part of a longer update. I want to skip.
Wow.
We'll come back to this, but let's see. Yeah, here's him at the Romania. For those who are unfamiliar, second to Samson there. This is the one I was wanting to talk about first.
That's the newest one, yeah.
Yes. He's known for the conditioning. He has that Andreas Munster type of striations and everywhere. The detail is crazy.
Look at the glutes. Whoa.
Yes.
Just like Hadi. Well, even better than Hadi glutes, actually.
Yes. Hadi's glutes, not close to this, I would say. And Hadi is, like, these Iranian guys, they can get shredded. I don't know. Maybe it's just genetically.
There's a lot of discipline there. They don't mess around. There's no, it's not like the selfies every time in the gym and, you know what I mean? It's hardcore. And also they get the gear in the pharmacy. It's not like made in the bathtub.
Yes. So. And then, yeah, here we go. Yeah, good lines. From the front, very good. The quads, even now, I think they are improved, but they still need to come up a little just because he's so wide up top. But the back, solid. Side shots are great. His side leg, you would never guess his quads need size from his side leg.
Hamstrings and the glute,
Yep. But even with the quads being his weakest link, I'd still say he's very complete. Very
Yes.
complete.
Yeah. Wow. So it's very impressive, eh? Look at the hamstrings and the glutes there, and the back, and what quality muscle. This is not, you can see there's a lot of quality in each fiber of his body. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of hard training. And midsection is super tight. Look at that side triceps. Wow. Huh?
Yeah. Do you think he'll have the best shape out of the top three?
I know Krizo's shape is also fantastic.
Some would argue, and this is not me because I'm besides Bonac, Krizo is one of my favorite physiques in this lineup.
Yeah.
The Krizo's thicker waist and the slightly smaller quads throw off his flow a little bit compared to someone like Beirut's.
But he's so much taller, so when you see him on stage, it's well, let's see how impressed. But Krizo is so impressive on stage because when you're that tall and you still have great legs for that tall, you know, there's not so easy to get Rubiel legs when you're that tall. So he's still got great legs for his height, and he's huge in his midsection. Even though it's a little bit wider, like a Jay Cutler, it's still super small. Like there's no distension, none. He doesn't know the word distension.
Okay. Well, I guess we can go ahead and talk about it right now. You posted him on your story, and this is from how many weeks ago?
This is 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So the midsection will come in even more. And what do you think? Look, if you meet him in the front double, bro, and remember, he's 275, 6 feet, and he's going to be in great shape.
Yeah, he's really nailed his conditioning. Like when he first crossed over to the pro league, he was a little iffy. But now,
because he was used to the elite type of conditioning.
Exactly. I mean, you know, the barrier to win there is just a little lower. And here, this is the best of the best. And he's finally met that criteria. I would say he was at his best ever at the Empro last year or the Olympia. And then he also just did the Prague Pro where he was a bit fuller. And where did he place there? Second to Samson.
And that's I had a conversation with him. I asked, are you going to be fuller or are you going to be more like shredded leaner? And he says both. I said, but what do you want to, what he likes the fuller look more.
I would agree with that.
He likes it because he thinks it's more wow. Just bringing condition, he says everyone can do.
This is him. This is obviously with the filter and everything.
Isn't this photoshopped or is it
filter? But this is from
Olympia.
Year. No, this is from the Empro Classic last year.
It was fantastic. Look, I was there live.
Yeah, I've used your video in my videos.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit, bro.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, here's him next to some of the best guns ever. Rolly the Beast Winkler.
Rolly.
And then Krizo now taking up that helm of the best arms. Oh, you're already in the comments. 2 of the best arms of all time.
2 of the best of all time. Yeah. I don't think Lee Priest liked that comment, but it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the level of mass in this guy's arms and really like that entire, the delts, the chest, the arms, that any place like the side chest, the most muscular.
But can you go back to the full list one more time? Because now you picked 6 guys, correct?
What's that?
Bonac, Sasan, Pablo, that's 3. Krizo, that's 5, isn't? No.
With Beirut, it's 5.
So, okay. So who else do you see? If there's 2 guys out of these lists, who could have possibly cracked that top 5?
Who is this guy you were? We have a lot of pro debuts, so that's been interesting.
I know. It's hard. It's if I would go by anyone, it would probably be. It's hard because turning pro and looking good in a pro qualifier is not the same as being a threat. And you know, it's such a big, open bodybuilding. This is not bikini, bro. It takes time.
Yes.
So I don't know. I like Stanimir. Go to his Instagram.
Yes, let's do that. Stanimir. Oh,
and then you can go to Justin Mole, whatever. Stanimir. There, yeah. So look left, press the left picture, up. It's better to see the picture. You don't see him, so.
Got you. Okay.
What do you think? He's tall, 6 feet,
Mm-hmm.
huge, aesthetically pretty pleasing and freaky. What do you see?
Yes, I would say pretty aesthetically pleasing. Let's see here. Are you familiar with the backside? How is that coming along as well? Because
Can't remember that much. Does he? Does he? Let's see if he turns around.
yeah,
A little bit. Is it a long torso there, or?
I would say so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
What do you
certainly
think?
top six maybe,
Look at
but
the roundness, huh?
yeah. But is he like for me like back here in like the fifth,
Mm-hmm.
sixth, fourth realm? If you're not beating Pablo from the front and you're also weak from the back, I just have Pablo ahead of
It's
you.
gonna be hard. What about the new pro Justin? Right, Justin. Justin, that's a new German guy. He's 25. Justin.
Um, this
Uh,
one Musial.
yeah.
Okay.
There. What do you think about him? 25 years old.
And this was recently. I remember
He
this
turned
guy.
pro 3 weeks ago.
Yes. Um, let's see here.
Look at the conditioning when he
That's
turns
that.
around.
Yeah. Okay.
Look now. Look at the hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
25 years old. Is he beating Pablo from the back? Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. Um, and from the front, I wonder if there's any head-on shots here. Let's take a look. This is something. Um,
He's 25, huh?
yeah. Wider waist from the front,
Yes.
wider obliques. Okay. Um, good legs from the back of the front. We saw the hamstrings. The quads are good. Let's see here.
Is there no shots?
Here we
Yeah,
go. Here's
go back. Look at that one.
yeah.
Pro card win 3 weeks ago. Look at that.
Yeah, the obliques aren't as wide as I thought they were based on
No,
this
no, no,
video.
no.
Yeah.
Look at the conditioning. And look at
Yep.
the legs. What a talent at 25.
Yeah. More complete than someone like a Pablo or the last guy we just looked at. So this guy could be my sixth, I think. I really like I admire completeness a lot in my own judging when I look at physiques. I admire completeness more than anything else. And conditioning.
So let's go over the top three. Who we got? Who? Okay, so let me hear your top three.
I have I think Bonac could still do a top three, if not
Yeah.
second. But for now, I'm going to put him in third. Beirut in third, in second. Krizo in first. Very close between those two. I'm expecting opinions on both sides, maybe some split scoring as well.
Peros beat Brett. What's his name? Brett,
Wilkin.
who's not a top 10 guy yet at Olympia, correct?
Yes. Hasn't
He
even made it to
beat,
the Olympia.
yeah, he made it, but he never showed up.
That's true. You're right.
So then you never been to the Olympia. Beros beat, what's his name? The guy in Brazil. What's his name?
Horse MD.
No, it was Alex. What was his name again? I can't remember. It wasn't Horse MD. It was the other guy. Very good. Anyway, shredded guy. Alex. I don't know. He lost very clearly to Samson. That wasn't close.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah. Samson beat Krizo very comfortably, but Samson beat Barrows more than he beat Krizo in Prague.
Okay. You were at Prague, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it wasn't close with Samson and Krizo, but it wasn't like it was closer there than it was with Samson and Barrows.
Gotcha.
But I don't know what that means either.
Well, luckily for you, I have this top three. I have a few shots already edited that we can take a look at here. Yep. Okay. So we only got the first four shots, but we'll take a look. Krizo.
I can see ourselves on the right. Can you take that down or put? Because right now I don't see Bonak that well.
I think there's a little arrow above it. You can hit. I minimized your window. It's like
Yeah,
you click on us and then like you hit the minimize
yeah, I
button.
can see now.
Gotcha.
Front double, I got krizo.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the arms unmatched, and he's just so much bigger overall. And keep in mind, for the viewers watching at home, this is a Bonac at the 2022 Arnold, and I picked that version.
Oh wow, that one of his best versions.
I picked it because it was his best and recent version. I think if we get something like the 2023 Arnold or 2022 Olympia, respectfully, he's not going to be pushing for the top three. So to make it interesting and to give him the benefit of the doubt, I used a recent version, but one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's see here. Front lat spread. I have Beirut all day.
Remember on stage, these pictures, you don't see that krizo is like 3 feet taller than these guys, huh?
Yeah, he's very tall, and it's going to be noticeable even to get someone like Beirut.
Okay, so we're gonna give it to Barrow. Are you sure about? Look at the thickness of the pecs on krizo and the width.
I mean, look, if you look closely at the lats, there's more width on Beirut's and they taper lower. There's just more lat fullness there. I can see the argument for Krizo, better legs. But I don't think that's enough.
Okay, so it's a close one there.
Yeah, closer than anyone like Beirut's would like it to be, for sure.
Yeah.
And Bonac, structurally, he's not
no.
the best in this one, but I'm still fairly impressed. Arms are kind of overpowering the lats though. And then side chest. I'm interested to hear your opinion on this one because we talk about Krizo in the side chest and the most muscular, but what do you think just based on these pictures here?
Oh, I don't know. Look how much thickness Bonak has there, huh?
That's true. That's true. Always, even dare I say, when he's full, blasting full, and he's still in good condition through the upper body, Ronnie Coleman.
Well, look at Beirut's pecs and hams.
Yes, the side leg, best on Beirut's.
And the chest is like nice and full.
Mm-hmm. Even the arm and delt are very comparable to Krizo. I would say Bonac wins this area compared to both of them. Like Bonac's arm is crazy, and he has that compact mass.
I like the glutes on Beirut as well.
Yeah, I would say he's the most balanced top to bottom. He doesn't have the overpowering glutes of Bonac or no glutes like Krizo. They're striated. I'm leaning towards Beirut in this one tentatively. What about you?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay. And then the last post we're going to look at, because I don't have the other ones, rear double. And this is going to be interesting because Krizo, what did you think when you saw Krizo's rear double in Prague?
Here I got Bonac.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just Krizo's, it looks, he has the detail, but not a lot of thickness.
But remember, you can't base so good pictures on the guy that's 6 feet. If you look at pictures of Sergio, you're not going to be that impressed as when you see him. If you look at pictures of Regan, you're going to be like, yeah, but when you see him on stage, like, whoa, you know, he's 6 feet, bro. It's different.
Yes. Yeah, there's just a level of awe that comes with looking at someone like Krizo. You know, it's just.
But Bonac looks very, very complete here.
Yeah, very complete top to bottom, very, very filled out. What about Krizo versus Beirut in this one? I'm kind of leaning towards Beirut almost.
Because of the glutes?
Yeah.
Or the lack of lats on Krizo.
Yeah, that too. Both things. I think Krizo
look at the shoulders and the arms on Krizo.
That is true. That is true. But the better upper lower balance and just the better lower body in general. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's
tough.
Yeah, Beirut's maybe a little thicker, but Krizo may actually have more detail. Very interesting. But I mean, I think you went back and forth on every single one of these. So
they're close.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is just 4 shots, so very, very close. Okay.
So who did we have? I can hear in your voice you have Beirut winning.
No, 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 no. I have Krizo winning.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But on the pictures, it seemed like Barros was winning as many shots as him.
Um, like you said though, I would once you see something like that in person, and I haven't had that privilege yet, but there's you tend to when someone is so impressive like that, you do tend to overlook the flaws. And that's nothing against the judges, it's just human psychology. When you see something that massive, so impressive, you kind of have that halo effect. You know what I'm saying?
One quick thing before I have to go. Classic. There's one very interesting thing there. We have
Jose.
we have Jose, but if you look wait, no,
Sorry,
go
sorry.
back. There's another guy there from Germany. Go to his name, Luca Rieger. Yes,
Yes.
Luca Rieger. And now you're gonna be shocked. So if you go to the right there, bro, he won a pro show last. No, that's his pro car. Is that his pro car?
I
When is
think
this?
this is pro.
That's last year. That's last
Yes.
year.
Yep, that
That's
was
36
2023.
weeks ago. Down there on the. Is that on? No. Is it this one? Yeah. No, there on the floor. There. What is this from?
This is the German Classic Pro.
So he won the pro show in his pro debut. And how old is he?
I'm not too sure, but I he
My
looks very
friend,
young.
he's 22.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is
How old
crazy.
is Jusema?
22.
And what did he win in his first show?
The show that was a few weeks ago. I couldn't tell you the name. Cali State Pro.
So we have two 22-year-olds coming in winning their pro debut, bro. Going against each other in the classic, the division the kids like, and they're going up against each other, and they're undefeated in classic, and they're only 22 years old. So a lot of people don't know it's not just Josema who's won his pro debut. There's that other guy from Germany also.
I like that guy you just showed me. I still would have Hosema in in the driver's seat here to go into this one. Like
Based on what you see, correct, on Instagram, and also he did place top 4 in his pro debut in open bodybuilding, huh?
at the Empro last year, if I'm not mistaken.
At age 21.
Yes, and the back on this guy, unbelievable. Good shape from the front. Quads could be they maybe took a little bit of a hit when coming down this much.
Yeah.
But overall, like this
Look at the
backside,
quality to be 22 in the ass and glutes and hams and back.
yes. Like that
Wow.
shot alone could win him shows. Like there's no one with a back like this. Dare I say it may be one of the best backs in classic, if not the best. Very impressed
This
with
is
this.
next level. Hopefully one day he will go back to Open and be at the Olympia Open by his like 28, 29.
I was a little sad when he left.
Oh, it was a
It was a
horrible.
day of mourning for me, and
Yeah.
but then after I saw him on stage, I was like, it's okay for the time being. I was really impressed with both packages, so
Yeah.
I was okay with it. So who do you have winning the entire show, the actual Impro title? Did you say Krizo?
Krizo and Usema in the classic for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think that's really it. That's all we have to talk about.
And remember, guys, I'm gonna send some exclusive videos on your Instagram that you can share during Empro Pro, because this is gonna probably be out on Friday or something, isn't it?
Probably tomorrow, so probably Thursday.
Okay, so for your viewers, you can be watching your Instagram for coverage. I'm gonna be backstage. We're gonna zoom in on the ass backstage. We're gonna get oiled up. We're gonna get some great girls and thongs, also wellness, figure, women's bodybuilding, and we're gonna be on the commentary. And then hopefully we can do. Do you do wrap ups or you just do predictions?
Nope, I do wrap ups as well. So I'll do one if you can come back on for that as well.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to have you on so we get some in-person insight on
and
that.
last, before I go, remember one thing: Portugal why don't you get some of your friends that watch bodybuilding and you get a plane to Portugal, bro? I have backstage passes. I'm part of the promotion team there. You can go wherever you want and you can film wherever you want, bro. This July. Why don't you get your ass out of America and see some hot Portuguese women? Are you single?
Yeah, kind of.
That means you are single. So
No, no,
imagine
no, 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 no.
in Portugal, it's going to be a welcome party for you for wellness. I'm filming a wellness documentary there. 30 girls are waiting, and you could be one of them.
Well, we'll see. Like most Americans, I don't even have a passport.
That's the answer I was dreading you were going to say.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I never say never until I firmly look into it. So we'll look at that. I'm very eager to see the show this weekend. The link to the live stream will be down in the description. Link to AJ's Instagram as well as my own down in the description. And that's going to be it for today's podcast and today's preview of the Empro Classic. If you guys like these types of videos, podcasts, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more. AJ, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you all in the next video.